How's it going, bros? I'm Divik, and welcome back to another episode of Paleo Ark News. So last time we broke down a stage event showcasing Litamahadi and Epirosaurus, the rulers of the Wasteland. We spoke on their abilities and what they can do. Litamahadi now has two animations, showing off the Thunderclap and Thunder Wave and Thunder Slam. The first being the clap maneuver that we talked about that stuns enemies and knocks flyers out of the air. Thunder Slam being the stun enemies and wake up teammates ability. On top of that, we got two nice looks at the basic saddle, and I say that in quotations, of course, for Lita. Very nice and clean already. Reminder that this is the saddle that she will have on release in her caravan saddle. This one will come later after release. The coding for the taming methods of both creatures is getting cleaned up, thanks greatly in part to the recently returned Kraken of Kraken's Better Dinos. Things are looking great for both, and they are getting looked at in great detail before the full release. This is also to prevent over 1,000 bug reports all saying the same cocking thing over and over again. The team is very confident that the duo, will release very soon. We also have a baller look at both Epirosaurus, that's my alarm, Epirosaurus and Litamahadi with their abilities active. The emissives are very nice here and on, both. Devs also shared great gratitude for everyone's patience as there have been multiple release dates set for this duo, but real-life circumstances have prevented things from going smoothly for both team members and Debs himself, with having multiple tragic losses. I'm not going to speak on that any further. While writing out this video, new information dropped, and, new stuff came out. Ascension now has an update with two new creatures, Paleo Terror Croc and Paleo War Elephant, as well as, the Paleo Evo Giga, which I've talked about before, I believe, as well as the Dreadnoughtus, which I still haven't played around with the vanilla version, but if you saw my last Ascension guide breakdown thingamajig that shows off the spawn codes and all that, you saw all those guys along with a bunch of other modded creatures. I'm not going to really talk about it much further. But wait, hold on. Is that a floating Stegosaurus back there? Huh. That's weird. Then again, this is Ark. A lot of weirdness happens here, isn't there? Also, Helicoprion dropped in the base game. Sweet! I've heard that this guy has a new taming method. I have yet to check it out, so do keep your eyes open for that video in the future. Probably. Oh yeah, along with this, by the way, too, as you probably know, Wildcard will potentially be making 4 TLCs. Personally, I'm hoping for these 4. For Paleo Ark, though, one of 3 things will happen. If they happen to see the Vanilla Giga, for example, the Evo Giga will have a config that will allow it to spawn 50% of the time, still leaving room for players to decide on which one they want to play with. This also applies to the balance of the Paleo team's TLC. Going to the Giga, for example, again, if the new Wildcard Giga has a mechanic or ability that the team likes that can add more to the Evo version, as in the modded version, then that gets added to that creature as well, wanting the modded TLC to be on par with the official one. Like, say, for example, if Giga gets a claw attack while standing up, then maybe possibly the Evo Giga will have a claw attack while standing up instead of just while being crouched. Because, the Evo Giga as it stands only has a claw attack while crouched because there is no attacking while it's crouched. Probably something to do with the coding and whatnot. I don't know anything about that, but that's my guesstimate. But for a TLC that is currently in progress, like say Quetzal, for example, it would change to another creature related to Quetzal, Cryodraken, for example. Not going to say hats because someone already made that guy. However, if Wildcard TLC is a creature that has little to no progress by Paleo team, like it's barely in its early stages of artwork and whatnot, then it will be scrapped altogether. Resources will then go to, other projects that have more progress done into it. Now, recently we got one more look at the Anger duo. It is the opening 5 seconds of the trailer for Lido and Impero, which I will have on loop while I talk in this section. I love the nature of this clip. Very much feeling the aggression from Empyrosaurus here, while Lady Mahadi is looking just as intimidating for the 3 seconds or so that we get of her. The lighting on the arms is just peak. I love it, and I can't wait for these two to come out. Release is very, very close now. I just feel it. Also, here's that 5 seconds without me talking over it, just so you can hear how epic this is. Now, one more thing before we close. Do you remember the Evo Iguanodon design that I showed off a while back? You know, this one? Well, yeah, .sav, really, there's a period there, wasn't the biggest fan of that design, so she went back in and made it again. Say hello to the final evolved Iguanodon design. This guy is much beefier than the previous one. Dep's even joking that Iggy has been lifting weights with Lena Mahadi. I fully agree here. In fact, this is reminding me of the 3.0 designs of both Rex and Giga. The original artists wanted to go back in and make their design even better. I can relate to that with myself, with my own work as well. But coming back to the Evo Iggy 2.0 for just a little bit here. I want to gush. I want to gush about design because, as you guys know, again, like I said, I have plenty of design work and whatnot. But one thing I love about this too is, well, for one, all of these stinking spikes all over the place. There's spikes on the head, spikes on the little humpy thing in the back there. Still don't know what that's about, but it looks cool. The fact that there is multiple different kinds of scales all over this creature, especially on the head. I don't know what the deal with that spiky thing on front of the shoulder is, but it looks cool. The fact that this thing is armored to the T, it looks like it can go into combat with anything. Baryonyx better watch out, because oh my goodness, look at this thing. Like, it looks mean, it looks aggressive, it looks so stinking cool. This artwork is incredible. It really gets me hyped for any other creatures that Paleo team is making, because Sav is making fantastic work. Clay does amazing work too, with Allosaurus, for example. But there is other creatures in the pipeline that aren't public yet that I would love to talk about. But Iguanodon here is just, it's peak, man. This is one of the coolest Iguanodon designs I have ever seen, and that's not even me being biased or glazing, as the kids say. Like, seriously, this is a beast of a creature, and this is right up the alley of what Paleo team does. They make epic, cool designs of creatures, and they make it work. And, you know, it's in line with Giga, it's in line with Mosa, it's in line with Rex, it's in line with everything else that they're making. Elasmosaurus being a freaking Eldritch Abomination sea serpent as well. It all lines up. You can tell that this is still Iguanodon, even with all these extra details, all these different little pokey pokes, all these different scales and whatnot. Crocodilian-esque scales, and, you know, again, all these armor pieces on like the middle of the neck here that go down the body and lead into the tail. All of this is just really, really good. The thumb spike being massive. Oh my goodness, that thing looks deadly. I love it. And just, this is just overall very, very good. It makes me want to go back in and redraw some of my own prehistoric designs and, you know, improve them as well, because that is definitely something that I think any artist can agree on. They see something else really, really cool and like, I want to update my design now, because this is really good. It gets you excited and wanting to do more with your own creatures, if that makes any freaking sense. But anyways, I'm done gushing about design work and whatnot. Let me know what you guys think of the 2.0 Iggy in the comment section below, of course. But anyways, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate every last one of you for taking time to listen to the video or watch the video. Like if you did enjoy, and do not forget to subscribe. And also, you see that bell right next to the subscribe button? Go ahead and hit that too, so that way you know whenever I upload. And thank you all so much for now. well over 3,400, and I believe it's at 20 right now at time of recording, subscribers. Holy mackerel. Yeah, 3,420 subscribers. I didn't have the tab open for a second there, but that's seriously stinking cool. Thank you all so much for all the continued support. You're all fantastic. And I'll see you in the next one.